Marvel's handling of the Blade movie has been a chaotic rollercoaster, and not the kind anyone enjoys. Back in 2019, right after Endgame left fans buzzing, Kevin Feige took the stage at San Diego Comic-Con and announced that Mahershala Ali would take on the mantle of the iconic vampire hunter. The buzz was real. Ali, a two-time Oscar winner, was seen as the perfect casting choice, someone who could bring fresh energy to the role while honoring the legacy that Wesley Snipes created. But 5 years later, not only is there no movie, but we don't even have a release date to look forward to anymore. It's almost as if Marvel is determined to keep pushing the goalposts further and further away. Sure, we can give them a pass for some delays. The global pandemic affected countless projects across Hollywood, and the dual industry strikes definitely played a role in complicating the timeline. But these aren't the core issues plaguing the film. The truth is, Marvel has struggled to find a consistent vision for Blade, with directors and writers leaving the project left and right. It's like they don't even know what they want the movie to be. Should it be an R-rated horror action film that pays homage to the original trilogy, or should it be another cog in the larger MCU machine, stuffed with crossovers and franchise-building setups? From what we've seen, it's clear they've tried the latter, and it hasn't gone well. The original Blade films, especially the first two, were a blend of gothic style, gritty action, and a no-nonsense approach to storytelling. Wesley Snipes' portrayal set a high bar. He was a badass vampire hunter who embodied the character's raw intensity. That's exactly what fans want to see again, and Ali seemed like the perfect successor to carry that torch. But with the rumors of Blade being a supporting character in his own movie, it's hard not to feel that Marvel's trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. The leaks suggesting he was relegated to a fourth lead behind 3 female characters only fueled the frustration. It's as if they're trying to shoehorn Blade into a formulaic MCU mold rather than embracing what made the character special in the first place. And then there's the whole release date fiasco. When Marvel finally set the new date for November 2025, fans were cautiously optimistic that the end was in sight. But with the movie now taken off the schedule entirely and Predator: Badlands occupying its spot, it's hard to see this as anything but a lack of faith in the project. Marvel isn't just pushing Blade back, they're sidelining it altogether. It's an especially bitter pill to swallow when you think about how long Mahershala Ali has been committed to this role, eagerly waiting to sink his teeth into it, pun intended. The guy is at the peak of his career, and the longer Marvel drags this out, the more it feels like a missed opportunity. The fact that Marvel has struggled so much to get this movie off the ground is baffling when you consider that other R-rated, character-driven superhero films like Logan and Deadpool have done exceptionally well. Those movies didn't shy away from darker themes or higher stakes, they leaned into them, and audiences loved it. The same could be done for Blade, letting the character stand on his own without the need for endless tie-ins to other Marvel properties. The original trilogy thrived because it wasn't worried about being a part of a larger universe, it was just a great series of action horror films. The formula doesn't need to be reinvented. At this point, maybe it's time for Marvel to cut its losses. If they can't deliver on the promise of a true Blade movie, then why not bring back Wesley Snipes for one last hurrah? Even a small role or cameo from Snipes could ignite more excitement than the years of development drama we've seen. It would serve as a nod to the fans who've been with the character since the beginning and could even bridge the gap between the original films and whatever new direction Marvel wants to take. Right now, the Blade reboot feels like a classic case of too many cooks in the kitchen. They've tried to make it an ensemble piece, a franchise builder, and who knows what else when all people really want is a simple, badass, vampire-slaying action movie. Marvel's decision-making here doesn't inspire confidence, especially when the post-Endgame era has been marked by a series of missteps and underwhelming releases. The studio that once couldn't miss has now found itself with more flops than hits, and the Blade movie is starting to look like the epitome of that decline. If they really want to get back on track, they need to stop trying to force every character into the same mold and start respecting the unique qualities that made their individual stories compelling in the first place.